Hello, it's Stuart from the Courtyard Cafe. Welcome back to the kitchen. We follow the City and Guilds NVQ qualification in hospitality and catering in Stepping Stones NI. And our level 2 students at the moment are doing a unit 296, which is making healthier dishes. Using live cookery demonstrations on a Tuesday, I've been showing the students how to make various recipes that can be made healthy or healthier. And what I want to do today is demonstrate another, which is a sausage cassoulet. Cassoulet is a southern French recipe from the Toulouse area, traditionally using Toulouse sausage, which is not that easy to get, so I'll be using Cumberland sausage. It's a thick, coarse pork sausage. Herbs are a big part of it, and what we try to do in the healthier cooking side of things is use herbs instead of salt particularly, beans instead of some other fillings. Beans are high in protein and high in fibre. There's also some tinned tomato, onion, carrot, celery and some garlic, and there'll be bacon. The French would quite often use lardons, and a little bit of tomato puree and some vegetable stock. That is basically it. First thing I'm going to do is cook off the sausages. My slow cooker has a liner which comes out and can go directly onto the grill. It's really useful because it means you're not going to lose any flavour at all. Everything that's cooked in there stays in there, and through the slow cooking process, any residue that sticks to the bottom of the pan will then become part of the dish. The sausages have taken on quite a bit of colour, and what I'll do is lift those off and set them aside until we cook off the bacon. I've cut the bacon into little strips. You could of course use lardons, but I didn't see any today when I was shopping. All I want to do is break the bacon up a little bit and cook that off until it's golden. Bacon is crisped up nicely, cut in small pieces. It literally just takes a couple of minutes. So what I'll do now is take that off the heat and put it aside with the sausages until we do the next stage. One of our objectives in Unit 296, which is making healthier dishes, is to reduce the fat content. And in this casserole, it's going to feed easily 6 people. There's about a tablespoon of olive oil, that is all. First off, I'm going to put in onions and 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. And give that a stir around just until the onions start to soften. Already the smell of onion and garlic is really beautiful. 1 carrot, which I have diced quite finely. And 2 stalks of celery, which again I've cut down quite fine. Next stage isn't by any means essential. I'm going to add about half a glass of good white wine, and that will start to lift. Because it's a non-stick pot, it will lift all of the little bits of sausage and bacon that were doing their best to stick to the bottom of the pan. I have 1 tin of chopped tomatoes and a good squirt of tomato puree, probably about a tablespoon. The other liquid that I'm going to add is 500 milliliters of water, and into that I've put 1 vegetable stock cube. I've added all of the liquids when the liner of the stock pot is still on the hob, because I want to bring all of the mixture up to the boil before I put it into the slow cooker. The whole idea of a slow cooker is that it operates at fairly low wattage, doesn't use a lot of energy, but as a result it will take a while if you were to put a cold liquid into it to heat up before it will actually start to cook. So it helps the cooking process if you bring the liquids up to the boil on the hob first of all. It's another benefit of having a liner which will go on the hob. It's come up to the simmer quite quickly. I'm going to add some of the seasonings and flavourings. First of all, a good shake of black pepper, about a teaspoon of dried oregano, another teaspoon of dried thyme, and about a teaspoon of smoked paprika, which gives a lovely heat to the dish as it cooks. And give that a mix through. Because a lot of people are eating more vegetarian food and vegan food as well, it's become a lot easier in recent years to get beans. These are butter beans, which are pretty common. And the other that I'm going to add are berlotti beans, which are really good for a salad or in a casserole because they hold their shape as they cook. And again, allow that to come back up to a simmer. Almost ready for getting this into the slow cooker for its proper cook. And what I'm going to do now is add the last couple of ingredients back in. I have the crispy bacon, which was set aside. And last but not least, I'm going to put the Cumberland sausages back in, just dot them around on top. And these juices I want back in because it's all part of the flavour of the dish. Drop the liner down into the slow cooker and pop the lid on. All really that there is left to do at this stage is turn the slow cooker on to the low setting, and that should be ready in 7 hours. There's only one sort of, I suppose, downside to using a slow cooker, and that is the fact that the smell of this throughout the house all day has been absolute torment. Get a portion of this into the bowl. And enjoy it with some homemade focaccia, which has just been reheated.